Hello guys, this is Sapphire Yagami with the review of Once Upon a Time's 19th season of their 19th episode. I said 19th season. 19th episode of their third season titled A Curious Thing. So in this episode, we start off with the opening sequence of a flying monkey in the forest flying through the in our character's past, in the enchanted forest during the second curse that brought everyone back, a hooded rider races off to the fortress. When the rider arrives, the hood is pulled over to reveal that it is Belle, who is ready to tell Regina, Snow, Charming, Philip, and Aurora about what happened to Bellfire after he brought Rumpelstiltskin back from the dead. Aurora reveals that Zelena threatened her and Philip in order to get them to reveal when the others return to the enchanted forest, and reveals that Zelena is planning to go after Snow and Charming's unborn baby. Just then, the Wicked Witch of the West shows up on her broom and freezes everyone except Belle and turns Aurora and Philip into flying monkeys. She then checks the baby in Snow's stomach and decides that it is exactly what she needs. It's 8 months later at the War Room. Charming, along with Snow, Regina, and Robin Hood, and Belle discuss how to defeat the Zelena. Regina asks what gave them a head start in defeating her, and Snow says that Rumpelstiltskin warned them. They decide they have to talk to Rumple, so Robin and Regina lead the team as they enter Rumpelstiltskin's castle and discover that he is now a prisoner in a cage talking in riddles. When Belle takes his hand, Rumpelstiltskin tells them that the light magic of Glinda, the Good Witch of the South, will defeat Zelena. But adds sing-song clues to the message. Through the door, step inside. If pure of heart, then she won't hide. After Snow questions him, later that night in the forest, the rescuers arrive to a door that leads to nowhere, which fits the musical description that Rumpelstiltskin mentioned earlier. Snow and Charming successfully steps in, but Regina cannot because her heart is heavy with vengeance. It turns out that Snow and Charming wound up on another side of the door where they encounter Glinda, who has heard of Snow and wanted to meet her. Glinda tells the couple that she isn't powerful enough to destroy Zelena, as she once was a friend before they became enemies. Glinda then tells Snow about a pendant that she gave Zelena and that all of Zelena's magic rests inside of it, but only someone with the most powerful light magic will be able to remove it. Snow realizes that Emma is the only one who can defeat her, but since Emma's not with them, Snow realizes that the only way to defeat Zelena is to enact the dark curse to get Emma back. So now we understand who came up with who reenacted the dark curse. It was Snow White's. It was Emma's parents, mom, Snow White. After the Charmings are reunited with Regina, they tell her that the only way to stop Zelena is to reenact the dark curse. But what Regina says, the only thing love that she loves is Henry, and she won't sacrifice him. But Charming realizes that Snow can't cast a curse, and Charming offers his heart. Realizing the risk that he is taking to protect their unborn child, after Snow tells her husband that she loved him from the moment they met, Regina takes Charming's heart and gives it to Snow, who then crushes it while looking at Charming. Charming collapses to the ground and Snow holds his lifeless body. Zelena then appears, adding a forgetting potion to the curse, so they will remember how to defeat her. And she also adds that Snow will be too worried wondering where her husband is to worry about the witch. Then Zelena tells Regina to pay close attention, since this is how you ruin a happy ending, before flying off on her broom. Snow realizes that when Charming said they were of one heart, it could be meant literally, and so she asks Regina to split her heart in two and give half of it to Charming. At first, Regina hesitates, as there is no guarantee that Snow will survive, but Snow convinces her to believe. Regina does as Snow asks, and seconds before the new curse consumes her, Charming is brought back to life. With the new curse now intact, Zelena takes a memory potion to remember the year that will be lost between the curse, then offers Rumpelstiltskin a chance to remember his loss of Bellfire. She says he can do whatever he wants with the potion, seeing this as a way to get revenge on Zelena. Rumpelstiltskin is about to take the potion when Bellfire takes control and decides that now isn't the time for revenge, and Emma it's not time for revenge. And Emma is needed to remember more than they did. Bellfire quickly sends a message and the potion and the bottle of potion to Hook by way of Dove before being reabsorbed into his father. So now we understand how the dark curse was enacted again. Snow sacrificed Charming, then he's still here because she had a heart split too and gave him half. Everybody forgot because Zelena added a forgetting potion to the curse, so when they brought him back, they couldn't remember nothing of the year. Rumpelstiltskin, Neil sends the potion to Emma, but Hook thinks it's from Snow White and Charming, So in present day storybook, as a present day scenario that is played in Emma's apartment above, Granny's diner, Regina, Emma, David, and Mary Margaret wait for Hook as they discuss what to do. Regina, who just finished her romantic date with Robin Hood prior to the meeting, decides that they need to break the curse, and the way they did that before was Emma. They all realize that the missing component to breaking the curse is that Henry needs to believe. It is time to find the storybook because that is what first made Henry start believing. Speaking of Killian Jones, it appears that the pirate has been taken hostage and placed in the trunk of a Gold's Cadillac, where after Gold opens it, Zelina tells him that he must kiss Emma immediately or she will see to it that Henry will be the first to die. Meanwhile, back at Granny's, Mary Margaret tells the other that she found the Once Upon a Time book in her closet during the first curse, prompting Regina to see if they could find the book again. When they try to leave to go find a book, Henry demands Emma tell him everything as he suspects that she has lied to him. But after she lies to him again by saying that she is his mother and she knows what's best for him, Henry asks if he can borrow her room keys, claiming that he lost his. Unaware to Emma, Henry's true intention is to take the Volkswagen and escape Storybrooke by stealing Emma's car keys, only to be stopped by Hook, who might have a solution to solving Emma and Henry's problems. At the loft, they search through boxes, but just when they are about to give up, Mary Margaret searches a box that Emma has just looked through and immediately finds the book. This disappoints Emma as she wants to take Henry back to New York and she thinks him remembering would just make it harder. Emma later tracks Henry to the docks where, as Henry confronts Hook and Smee as to why he is helping him, the flying monkeys arrive to attack them and they take shelter at a storage building, where Hook tells Smee to take Henry to safety and fend off a pair of attackers. As Emma, Regina, Mary Margaret, and David arrive to the docks, they also take out, with a combination of gun, sword, and magic, the additional flying monkeys that have shown up in force to take out the individuals. Emma then calls out for Henry to get him to believe in the fairy tales, and then when she gives him the book, Henry's memories come back. But just as Regina tells Emma to kiss Henry to break the curse, he disappears and reappears in Zelina's arms with a knife at his throat. Zelina says that Hook has failed her and she is about to kill Henry when Emma uses her power to release Henry from Zelina's grip with a blaze of light. Zelina disappears, allowing Henry to escape, but the events also cause Regina to be knocked unconscious from Zelina on the floor. Henry worldly shakes Regina and calls out to her, but it takes her a while to come around. Regina promises Henry that she will never let him go again, and she kisses him on the forehead, breaking the curse. Emma then learns from Mary Margaret that back in Enchanted Forest that when she was Snow White, it was her and not Zelina that cast the new curse, but questions how that can be when Mary Margaret and David are still alive. Hours later, Regina and Henry bond for the first time in a year, and she introduces Henry to Robin Hood, whom Henry had witnessed her kissing. Meanwhile, Emma learns from Hook about the curse placed on him by Zelina, and she tells him that she can no longer trust him because he didn't tell her the truth and let her decide. A sentiment agreed upon by Mary Margaret and David. As for the message that Hook received to bring Emma back to Storybrooke, Mary Margaret and David tell Emma that they never sent Hook a note or the memory potion he gave Emma, but Hook insists that he's not lying and someone must have sent them to him. At Neil's gravesite, Emma tells Henry, who now remembers his father, about Neil being a hero, while Mary Margaret and David look on. All of a sudden, Mary Margaret goes into labor. So for this episode, everything starts, coming close to close. We now know who cast the curse. We know who hooked the potion. Hook. Emma now knows what Hook. The curse placed upon Hook. Everything's really crazy. But Emma, I know there's on a lot of fan sites that everybody's like mad at Emma for wanting to go back to New York, and it was like, oh my God, just stay. And people, and they're like, the Captain Swan shippers are just like, oh my God, Emma, just stop being stupid and stay there with Hook and be a family and blah blah blah. But the way I see it is the reason that she's running away is because I don't think she knows how. I don't think she really knows how to be happy in the whole home concept. Because you gotta remember, during the first curse that Regina cast, Snow White and David had to give up Emma so she can survive this curse and come back 28 years later to break the curse in the first place. So for Emma, and there's also, you remember in the first half of the season when she was talking to Mary Mark when it was in Neverland searching for Henry, and the way she had to find that map, but she had to be true about herself. And she said she's not the savior. she's an orphan. That's why she could relate to the Lost Boys, because that's what she felt like for a majority of her life. It was an orphan. So I think that's why even though she does have this possibility of love with Captain Hook, she has her mother and her father and a baby brother on the way, and she has Henry, and she has all these people that love her. But she doesn't. I don't think she knows how to be happy, because she could be happy there, but it scares her because all she has known in her life is being an orphan. You know. So all this is new to her, and I think that scares her, and that's why she wants to run. That's just my thought about it. That's just me. So that's all for the recap review of Once Upon a Time, A Curious Thing, the 19th episode of the 3rd season. Uh, and this Sunday coming up is the season finale, which is actually 2 episodes, but they're gonna be playing them back to back. So technically, it's like a 2-hour season finale. So that's gonna be good to see. So comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys this Sunday for the season finale. Bye!